Okay, so this next one's going to be really fast. What I want to do is just introduce a very simple concept and a new component. We're going to be using digital read. And to do that, you need one of these button boards. And I've got a couple of different ones. There's one like this you might see laying around. Sometimes they have different colored caps on them. They can be blue, green, red, whatever. And they push them and they give a resounding little click. And the other one is going to be like this one here, which is quite a bit smaller. It doesn't have any, it's just got a black button on it, but similar in nature. Okay? And the other things you're going to need is a 3-color braided wire, like this. And they should be over there in the rack. And then some sort of standoff. This one's tapered. And I also have them here that are just nylon like this. And then a screw so you can attach it to your work deck. Okay? So let me switch cameras and we'll get that set up and then we'll actually play with some code. And you'll see how super easy this is to use. So, here again I've got my button sitting here. Here's the wire. I'm going to use this tapered one. I like these. And then a screw. So I've got my breadboard off to the side. You can actually attach it if you want over here and leave your breadboard there if you want. For clarity, I'm just going to put mine, say, right here. And I think I'll use this little board. And I just realized I grabbed the wrong screw, so let me go get the right size screw. I'll be right back. Hold on one second. Okay, so now I've got the right size screw and I just slipped it in. And now I'm going to go ahead and line it up. And I'm just going to screw this thing on, say, right here. Again, you can put it anywhere on your deck. It really doesn't matter. I just want to have it kind of up front, easy to see while we play with it for a little bit. I wouldn't tighten these things down super tight. You don't want to start stripping the wood. But that should work. And you'll notice that there's designations on it. It's going to say S, then positive, negative. So these 3-color wires, you definitely want to stay with the standard naming convention. I'm going to plug the S into the yellow. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put this into pin 14. Let's see if I still have that open. I can show you. So pin 14 is going to be this second one from the bottom on the board. So it's going to be the second row from the bottom. 13 does not have a female right here. The female 13 is here. Okay, so I'm going to put it in the second one from the back. So that is going to be right here. Like so. And again, I've got yellow against yellow, and I've got red against red and black against black. Okay, so you can see it right there. It's in the second one from the back. There's only one set below it, and I have it hooked up here, and you can see that the S is hooked up to the yellow wire. All right, so let's make this guy go. It's not hard. I've taken that piece of code we were working on just a bit ago. So it's got the parameters. We won't even use it, but it still has the variables for the red, green, blue for the LED. I've got the pin modes. I even have the onboard LEDs set right here to pin 13. And I have just a loop running my demo, and there's nothing in the demo with the exception of a delay. Okay? So it's a pretty clean slate. So let's go up to the top. Let's add another global. Let's make a global that we can use for the button. And I think I'll make it an integer variable. And I think I'll just call it button1. And in this case, like I said, it's hooked to pin 14. It is hooked up right here. Okay, so pin 14. So I'm going to set it equal to 14. Okay. And down here in setup, I'm going to do the same exact thing we've done before, but there's one very important difference. I'm going to do the pin mode of button 1. but I do not want to make it an output. I want to make it an input. Okay, I want to collect data. All right. And notice I still have my serial port running right here, so we're good to go. And let's go on down here and let's do a simple data collection. So I'm going to create a variable that I'm going to use to save that little chunk of data. I think I'll just call it, I don't know, val for value. And I'll set it equal to digital, not write, but read. Okay, we want a digital read. We want a yes, no, a 1, 0, a true, false. Digital read. What do we want to read? We want to read this right here. Okay, and then we'll just print it. Oops, what the heck? I forgot my N. And we'll print val. Okay, and I got a little delay. So unless I'm mistaken, this incredibly simple piece of code should now read a button state. And if I open up my serial monitor, we can see that it's putting out some 1s. And if I push the button, they go to 0s. Okay? And it's doing 1s and 0s. 0 if it's depressed, 1 if it's open. Okay? So there's an awful lot we can do with that, and in fact we will, but I'm going to end this little mini video with that. We've got our first digital read, so the next one will actually do something with it. So I will see you again soon.